Did you ever feel like you're carrying something heavy but can't see it? No matter what you do, something is holding you back. I know firsthand how holding on to emotions can ruin lives. After a decade of personal and professional transformation, and as a certified coach, I've guided clients through emotional breakthroughs. In this video, I'll show you why suppressing emotions is damaging, what letting go truly means, and how you can use this simple 3-step let technique to experience emotional freedom. It's so easy, you'll never forget it. First, let's look at the damaging effects of suppressing our emotions. Have you ever wondered why you feel so tired? No matter how much you rest, you're still exhausted? What if I told you that the tiredness you are feeling isn't because of what you are doing, but because of what you are avoiding? We live in a world that celebrates productivity and shames vulnerability. You've been taught to suppress your emotions, push through pain, and hold up a version of yourself that isn't fully connected to who you truly are. Suppressing emotions takes energy, a lot of it. When you bottle up anger, sadness, fear, it doesn't disappear. We may think emotions just go away. When we suppress with alcohol, staying busy, doom scrolling, but they don't. They settle into your body. Tension in the shoulders, that knot in your stomach, the racing thoughts at night, they're all connected. Your body keeps the score, and what we resist persists. People often push through emotions without addressing them, leading to burnout. And suppressing emotions creates a disconnect between our mind and our body. And that disconnect is exhausting. Here's the simplest way to think about it. Imagine you've been carrying an invisible backpack your entire life. At first, it's empty. But as you grow, every emotion you suppress, every painful experience, every unspoken hurt becomes a stone dropped inside. Some are small, a moment of embarrassment, a fleeting moment of rejection. Others are heavy, grief, shame, anger. And the more stones you carry and the more time passes, the more you start believing they are part of you. You just keep walking, adjusting to the weight, telling yourself, this is just who I am, this is just how life is. If you're carrying all those stones everywhere you go, how much flexibility do you really have? Every step feels heavier, every decision harder, and you sink under the pressure, mistaking the weight for something normal, forgetting that you were never meant to live this way. Hey, you don't have to keep carrying them. Open the backpack, and you will realize you've been carrying emotions you never fully processed. Weight that was never meant to be permanent. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not the weight of everything that you have been holding inside. The moment you start letting go, one by one, you will realize something. You were never meant to shrink under the burden. You are always meant to expand in your full presence. Take my story, for example. A few years ago, I thought that I had my emotions under control. Who has time for emotions? And I was productive, successful, always on top of things. But underneath it all, a constant tension. One day, my boss gives me 10 new tasks due tomorrow, and I handle it all with a smile. No problem. Team's call ends. Lunchtime. I go in the kitchen and I see my boyfriend. He left the milk outside. And suddenly I snap, slamming the cabinet doors, turning into the mother of dragons over something so small. But was it really about the milk? It was the weight of unspoken frustrations, years of suppressing my emotions, convincing myself that I had to handle everything without breaking. The milk was just the trigger. The real cause, I had been carrying a weight I didn't even realize. And that's where David Hawkins' scale of consciousness from the book Letting Go comes in. At lower levels, we have emotions like shame, guilt, and fear, where we are paralyzed. A step up, we have pride and anger, a hyperactive state where, for example, alcohol takes us. In the center, we reach courage where action begins. And higher, we find neutrality, willingness, and acceptance. At the peak, we find love, joy, and peace, where extraordinary outcomes and synchronicity happen. None of them are inherently bad. It's a matter of how long do we want to be in a certain state. Do I want to live in shame, guilt, or fear? No. The good news is that by default, we are what we see on top. We are love and joy and peace. It's just that something is blocking, something is in the way. If you've ever held your breath for too long, you know the relief of finally exhaling. That's what letting go feels like, not just mentally, but physically. When you release emotional baggage, the changes ripple through every part of your life. And here's what happens when you do. We experience freedom from the past. Suppressed emotions anchor you to past events. Letting go frees you from reliving painful memories, allowing you to live in the present. Improved mental health and well-being. Studies show that unprocessed emotions can cause physical problems like heart disease and chronic pain. Letting go releases the burden, promoting better health. The third benefit, stronger relationships. Holding on to resentment, guilt, or shame can sabotage relationships by creating distance or mistrust. Releasing these emotions helps you communicate with honesty, empathy, and openness. The fourth benefit is enhanced mental clarity. Suppressing emotions clouds our judgment and drains our energy. By letting go, we free up mental resources and we are empowered to achieve our goals with clarity. And last but not least, sustainable success. Letting go of emotions allows you to act from a place of resilience, balance, ensuring your success is sustainable in the long run. Next, I'm going to show you the exact thing that will change your relationship with your feelings fast. Label the emotion. Acknowledge and name what you are feeling. Is it anger, shame, fear, guilt? Say it to yourself. I feel ... This creates awareness and detachment from the emotion. Here's a practical example. I feel an underlying feeling of anger after a tense conversation with my boyfriend. Instead of brushing it off, I take a moment and sit with the feeling and say, I feel anger right now. Most people get stuck here because they identify too closely with their emotions, refueling them with negative thoughts. The next part will help you break the cycle. Imagine your life as a chart. It begins with your beliefs, which shape your emotions, which trigger your thoughts, which then drive your actions, and finally produce results. These results loop back, reinforcing your beliefs, your core stories. The challenge is that for most people, these beliefs, stories we say to ourselves, and emotions run on autopilot. So the loop continues. Take me, for instance. For most of my life, I held a core belief that I was shy, and underneath, an even deeper belief that I was unworthy. My emotions, fear, especially when faced with public speaking or stepping outside my comfort zone. My thoughts, I am lame. My actions, I would avoid by any means possible being in the spotlight. And the result, I would continue to stay hidden, a little mouse, reinforcing my same belief that I am shy and unworthy, and consequently the feeling of fear. But how do you let go of emotional baggage and step into a new, free version of yourself? In the same book, Letting Go, Dr. Hawkins introduces a transformative framework for emotional healing, explaining how suppressed feelings like guilt or shame can be released to access higher states like peace and joy. The essence of his framework is the mechanism of surrender, which allows us to release suppressed or repressed emotions that block mental and emotional well being. Emotions are stored energy. By releasing the resistance to feel them, you allow your body to process and let go of the energy naturally. This frees you to live with more emotional clarity and resilience. The willingness to feel an emotion is all that's needed to release it. It's as easy as that. What could make it difficult is our resistance to feel. But how do you stop resisting? Well, let me show you so you avoid unnecessary suffering. Your emotions aren't here to ruin your day, they are here to guide you. But you can't heal if you won't feel. Letting go isn't about ignoring your emotions, it's about processing and releasing them so they no longer hold you back. Whether you're striving for peace or growth, this practice is a game changer for any human being. Remember those stones you have been carrying, dragging you down? The real magic happens when you change your perspective and realize they are actually candy. Yes, the secret to letting them go is accepting them, digesting them one at a time. Some of them are sweet, such as happiness. Some of them are sour. Some of them are bitter. Don't worry, we can handle bitter too. Here's the key, it only takes 90 seconds to dissolve one of these candies. But how do you do that? Next, I'll show you. Embrace what you are feeling. For 90 seconds, don't fight the emotion. Instead, feel it fully without judgment. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. And allow yourself to experience that emotion in your body. Notice where you feel it in your body. Is it tight chest, clenched jaw, any pressure? And accept it's okay to feel this way. It's just energy moving through you. Remember, it's just a chemical reaction that will dissipate. According to Harvard brain scientist Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor, 90 seconds is all it takes to allow it to dissipate while you simply notice it. Dr. Taylor explains that after 90 seconds, the chemicals causing the reaction are flushed out, and any remaining emotional response comes from retriggering the feeling. And remember that anger I was feeling? I sit quietly and feel the heaviness in my chest associated with anger. And I notice any thoughts that come up, like I should not feel this way, I should have handled it better, this is not fair. But instead of engaging, I focus on physically experiencing the sensation of anger without fighting it, without trying to change it. Where are we now on the scale of consciousness? As you embrace the feeling, you are moving up to the level of acceptance. So now that you know how to label and embrace your emotions, you are just one step away from living a life filled with joy and authenticity. But how do you do that? Next, I'll show you. Throughout this video, we have been practicing the first two steps of the LET technique. L. Label the feeling, identify what you experience. E. Embrace the feeling, allow yourself to fully feel it. Now, let's move to the final step. T. Tune into your true nature. As the emotion dissolves, notice the spaciousness that remains. This is your true nature: love, peace, joy. Instead of rushing to fill that space with thoughts, rest in stillness. This is who you really are. So after my anger dissipates, I sit for a moment, allowing myself to rest in this peaceful presence. From here, any action I take comes from clarity, not anger. Imagine staying angry for a week. How many relationships could we ruin, and how damaging would it be to our well being? We find many variations of letting go: 20 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps, Sedona technique. I've distilled years of work into the simplest letting go technique. Just 3 steps to break free from emotional loops, feel lighter, and reclaim your power. So simple that you will never forget it. Let, label, embrace, tune in. It's as easy as that. Letting go is a decision, a choice to embrace whatever is showing up, a choice to trust the innate intelligence of your being. We already know how to process our emotions. It's just that we forgot along the way. In fact, it should not even be called letting go. It should be called letting in and letting through, allowing whatever is to be and watch it dissolve naturally. Now, imagine your life without the weight. Imagine waking up feeling light, free. That's not just an idea, it's your true nature. And the only thing between you and that freedom, letting go. You were never meant to shrink, you are always meant to shine. Remember, by default, we are peace, joy, love. Next time you feel weighted down, pause and identify which stone candies have you been carrying that aren't yours. They were never yours to carry for so long. Release them and you'll notice your innate lightness. The thing is, there's actually one other powerful way you can embrace your true nature, freedom, peace, and joy. It's a life changer that transformed my life and it can do the same for you. So check out this next video about the most advanced meditation technique. I am summarizing 50 days of the Gateway experience in 3 simple ways you can easily apply yourself.